Here's some questions you might see on a test. It says a line passes through the point -4 and 3. So let me go ahead and graph that in Desmos. So there's the point right there, -4 and 3, and has a slope of 1/2. Write the equation of the line in each of the forms below. So before I even go to slope-intercept form, I'm going to start with point-slope form. So I'm going to go ahead and put y minus y1. So here's my x1, here's my y1, and then this is my slope. M equals 1/2. So y1 is 3, so y minus 3 equals my slope, which is 1/2, times 1/2 times x minus x1, my x coordinate of the point that I have, minus -4 minus minus is plus. I'm just going to change that to a plus 4. Okay, so let me go ahead and graph this and see if it all works out. It has to go through the point, and it has a slope of 1/2. Yep, 1/2. 1/2. Yep, that is the slope. Okay. So from here, I'm going to take it to slope-intercept form by going ahead and put it in here. So here's my point-slope form first. Just copying it down here. And then I'm going to convert it into a slope-intercept form. It always goes from point-slope form to slope-intercept form, and then we can go to standard form. That is the easiest process that we can do. All right, so we're going to go ahead and distribute the 1/2. So you have here y minus 3 equals 1/2 times x is just 1/2 x. 1/2 of 4 is 2. And then we're going to take the 3 over, so add 3 on both sides of my equal sign. So I have here y equals, that gets crossed out, 1/2 x, 2 plus 3 is 5. So this is in slope-intercept form. Let me graph it to check. Yep, there it is. And then standard form. So to put it in standard form, we have whole numbers here for a, b, and c, so meaning no fractions. And also x and y terms are on the left side with my constant term on the right side. So let me go ahead and copy this up here now. Y equals 1/2 x plus 5. And then I'm going to first clear the fraction. So I'm going to multiply the entire equation, both left side and the right side, by this 2. So I'm going to do 2. And then, so that's going to be 2 times y is 2y equals 1/2 of 2, that's just 1x. 5 times 2 is 10. And then we're going to take the x term over. So subtract 1x on both sides of my equal sign. They're not like terms, so that's just going to be negative 1x plus 2y equals 10. And then the a cannot be negative, so I'm just going to change the signs of, instead of saying negative 1x, I'm going to do positive 1x, which is just x. Change the positive to a negative 2y, and then change the positive 10 to negative 10. So that is the standard form. Let me go ahead and graph that and see if it works out. Yep, it's the same exact graph right there. Right, so those are my answers for this. Let's go to the next one. It says, show your thinking using pictures, words, numbers, and symbols. If you know more than one way to solve the problem, show different ways. Okay, so Alice is graphing the equation y minus 9 equals 2 times x plus 4. Okay, so let me just graph it on here, y minus 9. And you can see that it's written in point slope form. You can see that the slope is 2, and the point is these two numbers, negative 4 and positive 9. X plus 4. Okay. Describe the steps Alice would take to graph the line without using a graphing technology, including Desmos. Oops. Okay, well, you didn't see that. How can I graph it without using Desmos? Explain how I would use the equation to help you decide how the graph of the equation looks. Use a sentence. Okay, so use a sentence frames if you. So Alice will start with a point. Okay, so on here, let me just write the form. So y minus y1 equals slope times x minus x1. So I know that the slope is this number right here. So in our case, the slope here is 2. That's the shape of the line. And then my point is the x coordinate is right here. So technically this is a negative 4. So my x is going to be negative 4. And then technically here it is y minus y1. So the y1 is positive 9. Okay, so Alice will start by graphing the point, and then from the point using the slope to count the steps. Let me write that down real quick. Okay, so here is everything written out. So Alice will begin by using the original equation to identify the slope of 2 and the given point. The point is from here. And then since the equation is written in point slope form next, she will plot the point on the graph. So let me just show you here. So there's the graph. Here's the point, which is negative 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So like here's the point up here. And then we're going to use the slope. So we're going to use up to and then over 1, rise over run. So, and then connect the points, which is what I have here. Okay. All right. Thank you.